Today is May the 8th, 2023. This is Brother Leroy Shabazz. Hey, yesterday I was in Kroger's and I bought some water because it was on sale. And I was asked a question about am I getting ready for a disaster? And the reality was, I did purchase a lot of this in reference to disaster preparedness. As many of you may know, I am an emergency management practitioner in the city of Cincinnati, Ohio. And I'm going to give you some quick pointers about disaster preparedness and emergency management. Matter of fact, you can look at this video and you can say that I want you to understand that there is a difference between being disaster prepared and prepping. I am not a prepper. I am not a prepper. Prepper is somebody who's pretty much individual or a group or whatever. They're getting ready to throw down for themselves, blah, blah, blah. I am a disaster preparedness person, an emergency management practitioner. I try to work in the community to have people accept a program called CERT, Community Emergency Response Teams, where people can become prepared to support their community during a disaster or an event. So there is a very strong difference between disaster preparedness and prepping. So, real quick, just in case you don't understand the reality of how to be prepared, and this is a video that I'm doing that I'll put on ready for whatever, the number 4, readyforwhatever.info, because I want you to understand some very important things. The reason you are told to be prepared for 3 days, people don't understand the reality of that. You're told to be prepared for 3 days or 72 hours because the Red Cross in a disaster, after a disaster or an incident, is responsible by a charter with the government to come feed and shelter a population after 72 hours. They don't have to come if it's not safe. So that's the reality of the 3 days, 72 hours. Red Cross is going to help you if it's a major event to be fed and sheltered, but they don't have to come if it's not safe. So you definitely need at least 3 days of water and other supplies. We'll go into that at a later date. Another thing, you'll hear the term 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a term that was used by FEMA under Craig Fugate, and when he was the director of FEMA, and he talked about the fact that it would take the military 2 weeks to restore order in a given area. So that's why you may want to be prepared for 2 weeks. Okay, I'm not really going to go into disaster preparedness so much as to give you just basic information. I want to show you a book. This is a book by Sister Landra Muhammad, one of my sisters in the Nation of Islam. You can get this on YouTube, and I suggest that you go get this book. It's only about $7. Support the sister. I'm trying to work with the sister in order to get some things accomplished in reference to disaster preparedness. My thing is emergency management. Minister Farrakhan told us in 2010 that we need to learn emergency management. And a lot of people are not really necessarily paying attention to particularly here in Cincinnati, to how I have evolved to a level of where I'm able to actually sit in the emergency operations center and help with the process. That's a long story. I'm not going to go into that, but I'm kind of so ticked off with some of the leadership here in Cincinnati that I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on Front Street. Okay, cut. Okay, my partner Terry made me cut the video because when I said I was kind of ticked off with the leadership here in Cincinnati, she's in the background. She said, "Why?" And I'm gonna give you a real serious answer. Look, brothers and sisters, black people, particularly in Cincinnati, black people are going to FEMA camps, and they're going to FEMA camps because the leadership that I'm talking to is not paying attention to what I'm saying. Let me tell you, and when I say putting black leadership on Front Street, there's something called 32 core capabilities that are a part of the emergency management. One of those 32 core capabilities is the supply chain security and integrity. Supply chain security and integrity. that is a situation where is there going to be enough food and water coming in on the supply chain to support all the communities? And the bottom line is the black community is not going to be supported and helped by supply chain security and integrity unless people like me and people like in the leadership step in and make some things happen. So therefore, I'm going to go here. I'm going to suggest, and I'm going to give you a strong suggestion that the black leadership here in Cincinnati, I suggest that you send some people to take some training through the Red Cross. I can help you coordinate it, but you need to send people to take the feeding and sheltering training for the Red Cross. Now, if you do that, then you'll be able to help people to, even if the Red Cross had to pull out, your people could potentially stay and utilize whatever methods to help with the supply chain security and integrity that you've put into place. Now, if you don't help, Red Cross pulls out, then that means those people have to go to FEMA camps. And the thing is, when they come back from them FEMA camps, if they come back, I'm gonna make sure that they visit you for not helping. All right. That's pretty much all I have to say. Again, what I would like everyone to do at this point in time before I sign off here is just go to readyforwhatever.info. Ready, the number 4, whatever.info. I have a video there that I really would like, as soon as you get there, you see the access to a video. I really would like for you to check out the video and get prepared for some more information. Again, brothers and sisters, there's some serious stuff that's going to take place. This is not a doomsday video. It's just that we haven't done the things that we need to do to be ready for some of the things that are going to take place. They're imminently going to take place. And I need you to be ready. That's all I have to say. Peace to you and yours.